Imagine the heart-wrenching dilemma of a dedicated royal forced to skip a solemn national tribute due to pressing international commitments. That's the story behind Princess Anne's absence from this year's Remembrance Sunday service. This emotional tug-of-war between duty and distance has left fans and followers buzzing, and we're about to dive into why it happened, what it means, and the intriguing debates it sparks. Stay tuned, there's more to this tale than meets the eye. For those new to the scene, Remembrance Sunday is a deeply meaningful British tradition held on the second Sunday in November, where the nation honors the brave service members who lost their lives in conflicts like World War II, the First World War, and countless others involving British and Commonwealth forces. It's a poignant day of reflection featuring a 2-minute silence, wreath-laying ceremonies at the Cenotaph in London's Whitehall, and a march past by veterans and armed forces. Princess Anne, known as the Princess Royal, is typically a steadfast presence at this event, standing shoulder to shoulder with other royals to pay respects and show unity. But here's where it gets controversial. This year, a scheduling clash meant Anne couldn't make it, opting instead for a vital diplomatic tour that underscores the expansive reach of her royal responsibilities. Accompanied by her husband, Sir Timothy Lawrence, she was already committed to a 6-day visit starting November 8 to Australia and Singapore, celebrating the 100th anniversary of the Royal Australian Corps of Signals, where she serves as Colonel-in-Chief. This role isn't just honorary, it involves supporting and inspiring military personnel, much like a chief cheerleader for the troops, ensuring their legacies and ongoing work are recognized globally. To put this in perspective for beginners, think of it as balancing a family reunion with an urgent work conference. The heart wants to be in one place, but obligations pull you elsewhere. Anne's trip wasn't a whim, it was a meticulously planned diplomatic mission to strengthen ties between the UK, Australia, and Singapore. And this is the part most people miss. While her brother, King Charles, led the UK ceremonies alongside Queen Camilla, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, with around 10,000 onlookers lining the streets, Anne was fulfilling her own brand of patriotism abroad. In Australia, her 4-day stint kicked off with a touching tribute in Sydney ahead of Remembrance Day, where, as president of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, she laid wreaths at the Sydney War Cemetery and the Anzac Memorial. These acts aren't mere formalities, they directly honor the fallen by visiting sites of remembrance, allowing her to connect personally with the sacrifices made in past wars. She also engaged in military activities across Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, including ceremonies that highlight the enduring bonds within the Commonwealth. The tour then shifted to Singapore on November 12th and 13th, marking 60 years of diplomatic relations between the UK and the country, as requested by the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. Her packed schedule included meetings with Singapore's President and Prime Minister, plus a visit to the Kranji War Memorial, another nod to shared histories of conflict and cooperation. On the final day, she explored the Airbus Asia Training Centre and Rolls-Royce's Seletar campus, showcasing Britain's technological prowess and fostering economic ties. A highlight of her arrival in Australia was a warm welcome from Governor-General Sam Mostyn and her husband, Simon Beckett, at Admiralty House. Official photos captured the moment, complete with a traditional welcome to country and smoking ceremony by Cammeraygal elder Brendan Caron, blending royal protocol with indigenous customs. As the Governor-General noted in a statement on her Instagram, Anne's role as Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Australian Corps of Signals was central to the visit, involving wreath-laying at the Anzac Memorial and a ceremonial parade at Victoria Barracks, events that perfectly illustrate how royals like her bridge military heritage with modern diplomacy. Now, here's where opinions diverge. Is prioritizing overseas tours over home-based ceremonies a smart move for the monarchy? Or does it risk diluting the impact of these sacred tributes? Some might argue that Anne's global commitments enhance the UK's soft power and honor Commonwealth veterans in diverse ways, while others could see it as a missed opportunity to show solidarity on home soil, especially when public figures are expected to rally around such unifying moments. And let's not overlook the subtle counterpoint. In an era of growing scrutiny on royal expenditures and relevance, does jetting across the world for anniversaries and memorials truly resonate with everyday citizens? Or is it a lavish tradition that's out of touch? It's fascinating how these duties highlight the monarchy's dual role as both national symbols and international ambassadors. What do you think? Should royals like Anne always prioritize domestic events? Or do her far-flung engagements add real value to global relations? Do you agree that balancing these commitments strengthens the Commonwealth, or does it sometimes feel like a distraction from core duties? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear differing views and spark a lively discussion.